Hello students of 7th standard, we have started the lesson number 8, static electricity. Today we are going to see some new points from it. See page number 55, gold leaf electroscope. This is nothing but one of the, you can say, simple device which is used to detect the, you can say, electric charges on any object. Then see what does it consist of. It consists of a copper rod. What does it consist? It consists of a copper rod which has a metal disc at the upper end. At the upper end it is having the metal disc, and you can say two thin gold leaves on the other. On the other end there are two gold leaves. The rod is placed in a bottle so that the disc is above the bottle. So how the rod is placed in a bottle? So that the disc should appear above the bottle. The leaves remain, you can see, when an uncharged object is brought near the disc, the leaves remain closed. Whenever you see the uncharged, if any uncharged object is brought near the disc, the leaves, whichever the golden leaves, whichever are present, golden leaf, whichever are present inside the bottle, they remain the closed. When a charged object is taken near the disc, both the leaves are charged by the same electric charge and repel each other, move away from each other or open up. When we touch the disc with our hand, the leaves collapse because the charge in the leaves goes into the earth through our body and the leaves get discharged. So what it is? It is nothing but one of the simple device. It is shown here. There is a, you can say, metal rod which is connected to two gold leaf. Here they are present, and there is a metal disc here. Suppose if the, you can say, uncharged object is brought near this disc, what happens? These leaves open up or they move apart. And suppose if any, you can say, charged object is brought, what happens? The leaves also get the same charge and they move apart from each other. This device is used to detect the, you can say, electric charge on the objects. Then see next one. Can we use leaves of some other metal instead of a gold in the electroscope? Which properties must the metal have? So can we use the golden leaf? Any another material? No, we have to use the gold metal only, because it has some properties by which we can detect the electrical charges on the object. See there, great scientist. In year 1752, Benjamin Franklin conducted an experiment of flying a kite with his son William. What he did, see, whenever in 1752, Benjamin Franklin, what he did, he conducted one of the, you can say, experiment. The experiment was of flying a kite with his son William. The kite was made using a silk cloth. Whenever you see, the kite was made up of a silk cloth, leather, wood and a metal wire. What it was made? It was made of a wood. There were sticks tied to that, you can say, kite, and there was also a metal wire. The metal wire was joined in such a way that its one end was at the top of the, you can say, kite, and the other end was joined to the string of the kite. How was the metal wire? The metal wire was in such a way that one of the end was tied to the kite and other end was into the string. There was a lightning in the sky on the day. There was a lightning in the sky whenever the kite was flew, or you can say whenever it was played. When the metal wire touched the clouds, the electric charge got transferred into the clouds. From the clouds to the kite. What happened? Whenever this metal wire touched the clouds, the charges whichever were present in the clouds got transferred into this metal wire of the kite. Then the loose string of the kite became tight and the electric charge reached the earth through the string. What happened? The string was loose, it became tight or it became taut, and after that what happened? This electric charge was transferred to the earth. The spark was seen where the string touched the earth. Thus he showed that lightning is a form of an electric charge. Whenever the charges were transferred from the clouds to the, you can say, earth through this string, the, you can say, point at where the string meets the earth, there was a one spark seen, and he showed that lightning is nothing but a form of a electric charge. Atmospheric electric charges. Whenever you see, there were, you can say, experienced clouds. We have seen, we have experienced the clouds, thunders, and you can say also the lightning. We have seen these three types of things. Sometimes we hear or read the lightning struck a tree or a building and some people or animal were killed. There are news in that we listen that the lightning struck the building or you can say any of the tree and many people were killed in that. How does this happen? How can we prevent such injury or death? What is it that actually happens when there is a lightning in the sky and when lightning strikes the earth? So see, we are going to see lightning where air and clouds rub against each other in the sky. The upper part of some cloud on the upper side becomes positively charged. So what happens? Whenever the air and clouds rub against each other, the upper part of the, you can say, cloud becomes positively charged. And see, and the lower side becomes negatively charged. That means the cloud at its upper side is positively charged and at its lower side it is negatively charged. The science behind lightning and lightning strike is complicated. So, the science behind this lightning is very complicated. Let us therefore consider a cloud in the sky with a negatively charged base with a plain ground. So, what we have to consider? We have to consider one cloud which has in the upper part, it has positively charged and the base, it has the negatively charged which is facing towards the, you can say, ground, plain ground. When this negative charge on the bottom of the cloud becomes much larger than the charge on the ground, it starts flowing towards the ground in stages. What happens? Whenever the negative charges becomes more, this cloud turns or this cloud tries to come towards the earth. Then see, this happens very fast in much less than an in much less than a second, and heat, light and sound are produced along with the electric current. What happens? See there, this happens in a very few seconds. So what happens? There is a heat or you can say light or a sound are produced along with the electric current. Then see the lightning strike. You probably know that when there are electrically charged clouds in the sky, electricity is attracted towards the tall building or you can say tree. So whenever you see that there are clouds in the sky, the electricity is attracted towards a tall building or you can say a tree. So when lightning strikes an opposite electric charge, is generated on the roof of the building or on the top of the tree by the induction. So what happens? Due to this, the electric charge gets attracted towards the top of the building, or you can say top of the tree. Due to attraction between the opposite charges on the cloud and the building. So there are opposite charges on the cloud and on the building. The charge on the cloud flows towards the building. So as there is a opposite charge, the charge which is present on the building is opposite that of the cloud. What happens? They get attracted towards it, and there is a, you can say, lightning strike produced. See there, do you know? Due to the tremendous heat and light generated by lightning, a chemical reaction occurs between nitrogen and oxygen in the air. So what happens? As there is a tremendous heat in the light which is generated during the lightning. So there is a chemical reaction which occurs between a nitrogen and oxygen in the air, and nitrogen oxide gas is formed. It mixes with the rainwater. Comes down to the earth and supplies nitrogen to the soil, thus improving the fertility. So what happens? Whenever the nitrogen and oxygen together react with each other, there is a formation of a nitrogen oxide gas, and this gas mixes with the air, and whenever the rain falls to the soil, this nitrogen oxide mixes with the soil, and which is used to improve the fertility of the soil. Then see, due to the energy of the lightning, the oxygen in the air is converted into ozone. Whenever you see, so there is what? Due to the energy of the lightning, there is a tremendous form of energy into the lightning. So the oxygen in the air is converted into ozone. So what is done? The oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, it is converted into ozone. The ozone gas prevents or protects us from the harmful UV rays which are coming from the, you can say, sun. Next, see there, lightning conductors. The lightning conductor is a device used for the protection of a lightning strike. So here I have drawn the figure whichever shows the lightning conductor. So what is this lightning conductor? We are going to see. See, it consists of a long copper strip. See here, it consists of a long copper strip. I have shown it here. Then see, with one end fork. One end is fork here. Or see there, next one. This end is at the highest part of the building. See here, it is forked here, and this end is at the highest end of the building. Then see, the other end of the strip is connected to a plate of a cast iron. Whenever you see, the other end is connected to the, you can say, cast iron plate whichever is present here. That means the copper strip is connected to a, you can say, top of the building and is connected to the, you can say, cast iron plate. See next what happens. A pit is dug. A pit is dug in the ground. Coal and salt are filled into the pit. So what is done? See here, a pit is done here, and here the coal and salt are filled, or you can say they are filled into the pit, and iron plate is placed upright in the pit. So see, there is also a provision for pouring water into it. You can also pour water into it. This helps to spread the electric charge quickly into the ground and prevent the damage. By this, the electric charge can readily go into the ground, and this can prevent the damage. Whenever an electric charge cloud passes over the building, you know that clouds are in the sky and they are passing over the building. The electric charge flows towards the building are conducted in the ground through the copper strip and damage to the building is prevented. Suppose if the charge flows, then it you can say transfer from cloud, it is transferred to the tip end, and from tip it is passed to the ground, and therefore the damage of the building is, you can say, prevented. When such a lightning conductor earthing is fixed on a tall building, the surrounding area is also protected from lightning. Whenever you see buildings which are having this earthing process, then what happens? The surrounding area towards the, you can say, building is also protected from the lightning. You will get the information about how to protect from the lightning in the lesson on disaster management. There is one lesson you are having, that is nothing but the disaster management. In this lesson, you can study how you have to prevent from the lightning. Why is the upper end of the lightning conductor pointed? Because the charges should pass from cloud to the, you can say, building very easily. Why are coal and salt added to the pit in the ground? Because what they do, they can readily pass the, you can say, electric charge to the ground.